All right, so it's going good.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up, y'all? This is
Episode number 6.
number 6. Yep.
Yeah, episode number 6.
Damn, man.
Moving right along.
For real. All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit different this time. We're gonna talk about instead of like talking about current events. This kind of started from current events because I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but Mary J. Blige just came out and said that she's never known a man in her life at her age who has been faithful. So, I think coming from her, the queen, a statement like that coming from her is damaging because there's a lot of women who look up to her. And I think that just feeds into the stereotypes of, black men and women. If y'all ain't been paying attention, black men and women really haven't been getting along for the past, I've noticed like the last 5 years.
No, about 30 years.
Well, I'm talking about online, I'm talking about like if you look online on Facebook, a lot of times women are posting negative things about black men and black men are posting a lot of negative things about black women.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if it's a generational thing or something like that, but it's getting real bad. So we wanted to do something different. And what we want to talk about today is the science of cheating. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. And basically it talks about why people cheat. And then we want to talk about the 7 reasons why people cheat. Most cases, top 7 reasons.
Hey, now we want y'all to chime in too on this right here too. When y'all see this video, we want y'all to make comments on this and tell us what y'all think about about this subject, because it's really a serious subject. For Mary J. Blige to come out and say that right there, she can't find a man that's faithful at around her age. That's crazy, because the older you get, you're supposed to get mature. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me one time, a long time ago, as your body grow, your mind must grow. And I never forget him ever telling me that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, for her to say that, a man in her age, and Mary got to be what, about 50 now, right?
Yeah, she got to be about her age.
Yeah, she about 40,
She about
50,
our
she
age.
about 40, 48 to 50, you know what I'm saying?
She at least 50.
She about 50 years old,
about
so
50
she saying
years
she
old
ain't
at
found
least.
a man. But she was in a toxic relationship, though.
She's been in a lot of toxic relationships. And if you watch Jaguar Wright, I'm not really familiar with Jaguar. I think she used to do some music for The Roots, and she used to do some backup singing for Jay-Z. I don't know if she had any albums or anything like that. I'm not for sure, but I know like a year ago, she came out against a whole lot of people. She came out against The Roots. She came out against Jay-Z and Beyonce. She came out against Alicia Keys. She dropped bombs on a whole lot of people in the industry. And she said that Mary J. Was getting trains run on her by the members of Death Row.
Wow. That's
Back
crazy.
in the day, she said back in the day they would get her drunk and get her
know
high
what?
and run trains on her.
You know what? And I ain't saying that it's true, but I
Definitely don't know if it's true or not.
I can't. I'm not definitely. I'm not saying that true, but I will say this right here. From my experience, and when you in that rap industry, when you in that music industry, and that's the problem. What it is right there. That's what the problem is. You got these young guys, and these from the time they 20, if they even make it to see 25, that's first and foremost. But if you elevate past 25 and 30 and 35, and you done made all these millions, that's your lifestyle. That's the culture of the rap industry. And I ain't trying to bash the rap industry, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the culture of the rap industry. And you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with relationships.
All right, so basically with the information that I pulled up that we're gonna be talking about, it says that cheating on your significant other is taboo in almost all cultures, yet it happens all the time. So you're not gonna find too many cultures where people are allowed to cheat on their significant other unless you're talking about polygamy and stuff like that, those kind of things, or cults or things like that. But in most cases, in most cultures, it's shunned, cheating on your significant other. So the psychological motivation behind cheating, they say most common reasons why people cheat is that they're looking for something that they're not getting in their current relationship.
Absolutely. 100% true. That's 100% true. If a man is with a woman and a woman is not getting the finances that she needs, she's going to try to seek. If she's not going out there and getting it herself, she's going to seek it from somebody else. If she's not getting the sex that she needs, she's going to go out there and seek it from somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that that's the right way to go about the situation, but majority of women from 21 to 50 think like that. and y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I'm telling y'all right now, most women think like that because it's a money driven and a sexual driven society right now, and that's all they think about. Not all women,
Just women though?
Just no, not just women. Men, nah, yeah, just women. Just women. Women think like that more than men because women are the ones that's out there seeking that affection. Men can run from house to house, knock on door to door like Papa was a Rolling Stone type of guy, and he don't really care he don't really care. But women, for the most part, they want that security, they want that stability, they want that love and affection. Man don't care whether he get love and affection at a young age from a woman because he can go out there and he just trying to bounce around and pop this and pop that, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. You know, so yeah, I feel like women gets it more or feel that way more than what men do. Yeah, not just women. Some men, but it attacks men at a later age though. Now when a man finished running around and he finished bouncing around and he finished going up in this and going up in that, you know what I'm saying, doing things, you know what I'm saying, having sexual relationships with all these different women. When he get older, when he want to settle down, then that's when he get it. That's when the problems come to him, I feel.
All right, so the examples that they give where it say most common reason why people cheat is that they're looking for something outside of their relationship that they're not getting. They say the examples are people are looking for excitement and adventure. That's why they cheat. People are looking for passion and love. That's why they cheat. Someone may turn to cheating to fill a void, some sort of an emptiness that they have. Other reasons why people cheat, they feel neglected or unimportant in the relationship. Others may cheat because they are looking for a physical connection. And 8 motivations for cheating: person is angry, so they cheat. A person has low self-esteem, so they cheat. A person has a lack of love, so they cheat. They have low commitment in the relationship, so they cheat. Person who needs variety, they just want some variety. A person who feels neglected cheats. A person who has a sexual desire for someone else, and sometimes it's just circumstances.
A lot of that just sound like, well, that's hoish. A lot of those examples are just being hoish.
No, I mean,
yeah. I mean, to flat out.
But those are the reasons. There ain't really no other reasons why people cheat. They mad at somebody. A person got low self-esteem.
So you go out and have sex with somebody else.
I'm just okay. Well, I mean, that's what happens, man.
Yeah,
if a woman is driving by and she see her boyfriend or her husband like leaning in the car talking to some woman, you know, and she might just get mad and she don't know what it's about. She's angry now. She don't know what he doing. She don't know who the woman is. She don't know what that's about. She angry. She just saw that. So she go holler at her old dude she used to be messing with. And she go cheat with him. That's what the examples are.
Exactly,
that's what it says. These are the reasons why people cheat.
Yep.
These are a few of the reasons. People are angry. People have low self-esteem. If you got a good person and they giving you everything you need and they treating you right and they're beautiful and you still cheating, you got low self-esteem. Because you got it at home. So why are you going looking somewhere else? A person who has a lack of love for themselves or low commitment, they're not really invested in the relationship. These are the reasons. Yeah,
that's a good one. I mean, that's good. But I like what you just said, though. You said if a man is leaning in the car talking to a female, and then that could be talking about anything. He could be a landscaper. They could be he would talk about cutting their grass.
That's an example. It could be a woman just talking to a guy in the mall. It could be her pastor. It could be a deacon in the church. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's being said. And if you don't have a communication with that person, then
low self-esteem.
You're going to be walking around mad at them and they don't know what the hell you mad about. Because you don't know how to communicate. You know, you don't know how to express yourself in a proper way. You know, because a healthy person is going to say, hey, I was at the mall earlier today, you know, grab me some lunch. I ain't come over there where you was at, but I saw you talking to some dude. What was that all about? Oh, that was the deacon in my church, or that was such and such. I mean, that's how you hold a conversation.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, just to be mad and assume what something is and what somebody is doing, and then go and respond off of that, then that's just immaturity, and that is low self-esteem. Because the person with high self-esteem don't mind asking you, what was that about? And they ain't gonna ask you in a way that's like they already made up their mind what it is. They really want to know.
A lot of people do that though,
because they don't know. What it is, so they're gonna ask you. I've done that before, and that's why a lot of people can't maintain healthy relationships, because they don't know how to communicate with people. That's why that's why a lot of relationships end.
Yeah, I gotta chime in on it. Add this to it because I've been in situations where, if I called and I didn't get an answer, and I called again, I didn't get an answer. That's, to me, I was like, what the heck is going on?
That's low self-esteem, though.
How? No, not absolutely not. Not with
Yes,
me.
it is.
No,
Because
not with me.
It is, man. Because if you call somebody, if you trust them, you just hang up the phone and then you ain't worried about nothing. You ain't thinking about nothing, and you ain't bringing no bullshit into the conversation, because sometimes people are fucking busy. There's sometimes people call me on the phone and I don't pick up the fucking phone. I might be in the middle of something. People got lives. She got shit to do. She can't just be there to pick up your fucking phone call. That's immature. That you assume a person just because they don't pick up the fucking phone, that they out sucking and fucking just because they didn't pick up the goddamn phone. That's you gonna torpedo your goddamn motherfucking relationship, because 9 times out of 10 it wasn't shit.
Yeah, but then what about that 10th time that it could have been something? What if that shit happened before?
Okay, but that's a previous relationship, and you bringing shit from a previous relationship into a new relationship. If somebody cheated on you before, you leave that shit back there. So if you start a relationship with a new person and you judging them based on what somebody else did, not only is it unfair, it's low self-esteem, and it's immature. That's the type of shit high school niggas do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand.
That's the type of shit a motherfucker in high school. That's the type of shit a motherfucker in high school. You in high school, right? And a girl don't answer the phone, and you trying to call her and you trying to holler at her, and she don't answer the phone, and you get pissed the fuck off because you emotionally immature in high school in most cases. There are some mature men or dudes in high school, but most of us in high school are immature.
That's right.
So if you in high school and you don't get no response from her, of course you gonna go up to her and be like, what the fuck was going on? What was you doing? Who you was with? But when she tell you I was just here and I was just there and I wasn't doing nothing, and then you start learning, you start realizing that you start getting older, I gotta put my shit in check, because there's something going on with me why I think that she's doing something. That ain't got nothing to do with her. Ain't got nothing to do with her. So if just because a person me personally, if I'm trying to date somebody and they call me like and I had that happen too. Grown ass woman too. Grown woman called me up on the phone, didn't get me, and I was busy, and I was at work, and she knew I was at work, but she felt like I should have responded to her or did something. I said to her, you know what? Let's just do it like this. You don't contact me no more, and I don't contact you no more, and we don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to go do my job and do what the fuck I got to do. And you go about your business and do what you got to do. And I don't have to worry about missing none of your calls, and you ain't got to worry about me not responding to you no more. We just going to end it. That's all. Because either you're going to put up with some immature, childish shit, or you're not. Me personally, I'm not.
Yeah, see, you ain't gonna put up with that. Okay, so that's
hell no.
You see, that's how you always been.
Hell no, I'm not gonna put up with it.
You've been like that your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You ain't putting up with no foolishness. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
no.
But on the other hand, on my let me give it to you from my point. If I'm dealing with a woman and we've been dealing with each other for a long time, and then there's expectations. I believe there's expectations, you know what I'm saying? I believe that, we should have an understanding about what it is, especially if,
Not to cut you off, I just want to add something to that, because that's a good point. But my thing is, see, the difference with me is, when I meet you, my expectation is going to be a certain thing. Right? So my expectation is going to be a certain thing when I meet you. And if you can't meet those expectations, I move the fuck on.
Okay, that's cool.
That's all. I'm not gonna expect you to come up to here. I'm not gonna browbeat you. I'm not gonna put you down, degrade you because you ain't up here. I'm just gonna say this ain't the relationship for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Because when I meet a woman, I want her to already have those things in place. I don't have to train her. I don't have to teach her.
That's fair.
Because if I got to train you and if I got to teach you, you're not the one.
That's fair. That's fair. And that's you. And that's you. And that's a good point.
And it works for me.
And that works for him. And that's cool. And you know what? And that's an ideal situation to be in. That's an ideal situation to be in. You know what I'm saying? To have a woman that come to the table with certain expectation that you expect of her. But that don't always happen in relationships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna always happen if when I met her, she was walking down the street with her kid, and I'm like, hey, what's up, good looking? If I'm doing that, 9 times out of 10, it's a dud.
Yeah, that's true.
It's how you meet them and where you meet them.
Yeah, well, that's not always the case. That's something you can meet them in church and they can still be
I don't think church is a good place to meet a woman.
See, that's a good point. See, that makes
think
my
that's
point.
I don't think
that
church is
validates
the
my
place.
point a little bit.
I don't go to church trying to find no lady.
Yeah.
You know, and it's some. I'm just saying.
Listen, we not gonna knock the church.
I don't go to church looking for my woman.
Exactly. We not gonna knock the church and nothing like that. We not gonna knock the church and nothing. Church women, cause you church women, we shout out to you church women, y'all going to church. That's a first. You know what I'm saying? We talk about relationships right now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the church. We talk about relationships. The reason why people cheat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but one of my point is when I'm dealing with a woman, you know what I'm saying, you know, or have dealt with in the past, there's expectations that you expect out of a woman once you get to know that person. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to know that person, if you know this person is supposed to be here or supposed to be there, or this is, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, it becomes an issue if the pattern is broken somewhere. That's how I feel a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. You know, so you're gonna have that, but you make a good point, and you absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I got to agree with you on that right there. You know what I'm saying? You know,
age is also important, man, when it comes to relationships. That's another thing I focus on, is because you can set yourself up for failure just based on age. Me personally, I don't judge other people, but me personally, I got an age limit on who I date. I got an age limit on women I date.
Interesting right
you know
there.
what I'm saying? Because at my age, you know, and I've tried it. You know, I've tried to try to date a chick that's like 30, 35, but we don't gel. And I can talk about stuff and you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. And then I got to stop and explain that to you. So I like to date women my age, or at least women who are maybe 40 and up, you know, and then I had somebody say online, I posted that online, and some chick posted under that, well, you're going to eliminate a whole lot of people. And I wrote right up under that, that's the fucking point.
Yeah, but
to eliminate a lot of bullshit out of my life.
Yeah, but you still get bullshit from people, women that's 40 and 50.
Yeah, but you get less. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we just saying.
Right. We ain't got to totally agree on everything, because you got your opinion, I got my opinion.
I believe,
don't make me right.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I agree with
you. But there's women out there in their 40s and 50s that will give you the business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's out there with the bull crap.
That's where the discernment comes in. You know what I'm saying? But when I start at my 40 range, it eliminates a whole lot of bullshit at the bottom.
Ooh, you go make these women mad.
Yeah.
Them 35.
You gonna make no woman mad? Because half of these women won't date a dude who ain't got a beard.
Yeah.
So I can't have a age.
You can.
An age limit.
But there's a lot of women out there gonna be like 35. 30. I'm a full grown woman. I got grown women bills. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard plenty of them say that I got grown.
Everybody got to do what's best for them when it comes to relationships.
Yeah,
you got to do what's comfortable for you. You got to do what works for you.
No question.
And I'm a serious person. I know that. Yeah. I'm a serious person. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit that a 30-year-old woman would say to a guy she's dating, they can't say to me. Mm-hmm. They can't say it to me. I told you, I tried it, man. Yeah. I had one hit me up on the phone like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm at work. I just posted, grown woman. She like, I just posted on Instagram your picture and me saying up under there how handsome you are and this and that. And that was like 30 minutes ago and you ain't commented yet. I didn't see it.
She don't know you.
I didn't see it. She was like, well, go on Instagram right now and then go ahead and comment on it. Like, I'm not. No. Why? Because my sister is saying that you ain't said nothing. I don't care. I'm not here to please your sister. You know? And then that chick got canceled. But I'm not the one. I don't care what you posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
I ain't putting on for Instagram.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
I ain't putting on for Instagram. That right there, I can't maintain that. Mm-hmm. I don't care about what they think on Instagram, me personally. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
I probably would have reacted like that. I probably would have... I don't know how to react to that.
I don't jump through no hoops. I don't do no backflips.
Yeah, I already know that. See, they don't know you very well, so that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't want everybody to know me.
Yeah, I already know that. So, yeah, what's the next? What's the next for you? That's the next piece.
All right. So,
Hey, but one more thing. And all you women at 30 and 35, it's stages to this game right here, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we ain't knocking you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But,
that ain't knocking nobody. That's just saying I have my own personal preference.
He just have his preference. And
every person on the earth has their own personal preference.
That's right.
And if you have a personal preference that works for you, don't change it for nobody.
Absolutely.
Do whatever works for you. If it's working for you, do it.
Yeah. If it ain't working, move on.
And everything that works for certain people might not work for you. So you got to find out what works for you.
Yeah.
So moving on, about 40% of unmarried relationships and 25% of marriages see at least one incident of infidelity. So most relationships see more infidelity than marriages. 74% of men and 68% of women admit they cheat if it was guaranteed they never get caught. 60% of affairs start with close friends or coworkers.
Wow. Yeah, that's true too. You always be talking about women out there talking about, oh, this is my friend.
Or her work husband.
Friend. We just friends. That's
work wife. That's how that shit started.
That'd be your sneaky link. That's what it is your sneaky link. Yeah, I believe that. That's what it be. I hear that a lot too. Oh, this just my friend. Oh, this is my homeboy. This is my brother and stuff like that. But y'all be out there sneaky linking with your brothers and stuff. Yeah, well, you know, that's what it is. 78, you heard the numbers, 78% of men and 60-some% of women will cheat if they knew they couldn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? So what's the reasoning behind that?
All right, so an average affair lasts about 2 years. That's the average, most affairs. So the top 7 reasons for cheating, we're going to start with 7, and then we're going to head down to the number 1. The number 7 reason for cheating is addiction, they say.
Addiction.
So addiction of any kind, like drugs, addiction to sex, or even alcohol is devastating. People caught up in addiction are not emotionally available and unlikely to keep relationship agreements. The hallmarks of addiction are deceit, dishonesty, and denial.
Wow. Yeah.
Addiction.
So people go out to the club and hang out and, you know, with people, their friends, and they all getting drunk and drinking and smoking and yeah, so now you feel like you want to go out and have sex with the first thing you see. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But that happens all the time. But then you know what? That's like I went back to Warren probably about a couple weeks ago. Maybe about a month ago. And I was at the house, you know, I was getting my truck worked on. So I said, let me step out. And I went out. You know, went out to the club where everybody go out. And everybody was out, you know what I'm saying? And all you seen was everybody drinking, and you know, I'm just in the corner just sitting there relaxing. You know, I didn't even have a drink that night, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there just watching everything and, you know, and just, you know, hollering at my old friends or whatever. But everybody was drinking and they smoking, they doing what they do, you know what I'm saying? Everybody having a good time, you know what I'm saying? And but at the end of the night, you see people just gathering up and going out, but that's just the environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said all that to say, this is just the environment. And I used to do it too, so I can't even really knock it, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was young, it was the Top Hatters, it was Jackson's, and I went out to the club, and I had a bottle with the car, and I was out there to find me a woman to hang out with them, you know what I'm saying, and take some home. That's just the way that's just the way it is. Now, then it was a little bit more kept a little secret. Now it's out there. People don't even care no more, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way society is now. That's just the way society is.
Yeah, I look at it like this, man. I done that, you know, playing the field thing, and I'm telling you right now, it's a whole lot better. Life is a whole lot better with one person who you can depend on, who care about you and you care about them, and it's just you and that person, and y'all look out for each other, y'all take care of each other, opposed to running around with different motherfucking people. That's bullshit for the birds.
Yeah, but what if that
new stroke for everybody. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But me personally, I jump over a million motherfucking hoochies to get the one woman who just thinking about me.
That's right. So, but I mean, and I already know the answer to this question. I already know how you're gonna answer it because I kind of know you. You know what I'm saying? But if you doing your part, the other person ain't doing their part. You know what I'm saying? So then what?
Then I'm gonna lead them and find somebody who will.
I already knew you was gonna say
That's
that.
all.
I already knew you was
gonna say that.
Because
if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and somebody who I'm with ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, then they hold me back from being happy. And you can't make something work that ain't gonna fucking work. You gonna look like an asshole. Mm-hmm. And then when the relationship finally end, the toxic or unhealthy relationship end, you're gonna be sitting back like, wow, I didn't do this a long time ago. I would have saved a whole lot of time and a whole lot of motherfucking money. So for me personally, I don't waste my time with unhealthy relationships. Mm-hmm. If I'm with somebody and they not giving me what I'm giving them, and they not willing to have an equal thing going on, then I move on.
Yeah,
Because they not the person for me. And I ain't got no problem getting no motherfucking body off my mind.
That's the word of the day. That's the game of the day right there.
Trust me, I ain't never broke up with somebody and went back to them in my life. In my life, I ain't never ever broke up with somebody and went back, because once we break up, why are we coming back together? A year later, we gonna get back together. What the fuck done changed? Come on. I don't do that, man. If it ain't work out the first time, it ain't gonna work out.
That's not necessarily true though.
All right. Well,
sometimes you can bounce back. Sometimes you can.
How many successful ones have you had since you broke up with somebody?
How many successful ones? None. I can't really name too many. But let me. What is Will Smith and Jada back together?
I don't think they split up.
Yeah, she was out there messing with that dude. She was
Yeah, but they were still together. They ain't leave.
They broke down. Will was in one area. They had split up and still had their kids and everything, but they back together. What about Jay-Z and Beyonce? They didn't really split up, but he was out cheating and she was doing their thing. They got back together and now they. So I'm just saying what I'm saying.
You using Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Those ain't even really traditional relationships. Those are situations where you got investment, multi-million-dollar investments with somebody. And a lot of times in them situations, and you can't even really use Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith as an example.
Because it's a relationship. Because I mean,
yeah, but it's not a traditional relationship. It's not a traditional.
What do you mean by not traditional? What you mean? It's not.
They swingers.
Oh, okay. Well,
and they got homosexuality in their relationship.
Well,
it's a whole bunch of bullshit in their relationship. So that ain't even really a good example.
So that's a
bad
example.
What they did is they were good at giving the impression that they were healthy.
That's crazy. I ain't see. We about to stray off this topic and get on something else.
Oh my God, crazy. Man! I was just smoking mirrors, man. I just seen a picture for the first time of their son Jaden kissing another boy. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So, yeah, man. So I ain't saying nothing wrong with that if that's what he want to do. But my thing is, if that's who you is, just come out and be that. Don't be in the closet. Why you in the motherfucking closet, man? Because then when they catch you, they gonna have pictures of you kissing and French kissing on the front thing. But if you come out, just be you.
Yeah. Well, so they swingers though. So that is not a traditional relationship. You're right.
That ain't
that
traditional.
Is. But I guess my point I was trying to make is that I believe that if it's something you could be with somebody and it might not work out, and then y'all can get together and y'all can eventually work it out. You know what I'm saying? It might take some time and some maturity and some growth, but don't just, if you with somebody, been with them for 5 years, and then, well, that's a long time to be with somebody, then break up, you know what I'm saying, and then try to get back again and then think something's going to change, especially after 5 years. That's a long time. But, yeah, okay, moved on to the next one, because I'm not about to try to make a point on that. No.
All right, so number 6 reason why people cheat, lack of sexual connection. And basically what they say is most couples get lazy about sex once they figure each other out and the initial new relationship smell wears off. So most people, they say, get complacent because a lot of people, when the sex gets dull, they don't spice it back up. So they go look for some new instead of spicing up what they already got. At least what you have, you know what that is. That other stuff at the strip club or that chick that's at the grocery store ringing up your groceries, you don't know where that's been. That's all I'm saying. So you'd be better off with somebody who maybe the spark has gone and just try to start the spark back up.
So you just gave earlier. You said that 70-something% of men cheat, and then 60-something% of women cheat.
74% of men and 68% of women.
Okay, so majority of the time it's men that's falling, that's not sexually attracted to their women. Is that what that pretty much is saying? I mean, we can deduce that from that. So most of the time, men tend to look at their woman who they're with and be like, oh, you're not good enough for me no more. You got a little fat, or you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's all kind of, I already gave the reasons of why people cheat, I mean, so, why a particular person cheat, man, is different for everybody. I mean,
yeah, but I guess I was just trying to say something, but yeah, that plays a big part. I mean, sexual attraction plays a big part. I mean, don't nobody. If I'm with somebody for 5 years and she done just lost her, and and I don't care if she's not. See, I'm more physically attracted to women. Like you, I can tell you more internally. You know what I'm saying? When I meet a woman, when I've met women in the past, if she's sexy, that I might shoot and try to talk to her and see where it go from there. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you probably don't care about too much of the outside appearance or whatever. I know you probably do, but you probably don't. You want to, like you say, if you want to see what's in their mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that plays a big part in relationships. If a woman can't keep herself up, and and if a man keeping himself up, that could cause a problem.
All right. Well, they say number 5 reason why people cheat: fighting unfairly. So you got somebody in a relationship who's mean to the other person and puts them down. So conflict in the relationships are inevitable, and how this is handled, however, determines how long the relationship will last. People do not want to stick around in a relationship where the partner hits below the belt whenever conflicts arise. And also it says that being disrespected, hurt, or verbally abused leaves people vulnerable to acting out against others. So a lot of times if you putting your woman down, or if the woman, she putting her man down, if they hitting below the belt, they saying stuff to the other person that's just ignorant, that's just mean and nasty and hurtful, then a lot of times they're gonna find comfort in somebody else.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Because anytime you hurting the person who you in a relationship with, you basically bombing your own ship, because y'all supposed to be a team. So to put them down is like hurting your other half.
Yeah, absolutely. And why would people even do that though to their mate?
Low self-esteem, probably just dealing with some issues, low self-esteem. But there's a whole lot of people dealing with that kind of stuff though.
Yeah.
Woman come in, you tell her she fat. She come on with a nice outfit on, or she get her hair done, and she come home and say, "You still ugly as hell. You still fat." Stuff like that. Somebody with low self-esteem.
Who does that to their
Somebody
woman,
with low
man?
self-esteem, man. It happens
crazy,
all of the time. There's women who do it to men all of the time. There's people who are in relationships with evil people.
Yeah, but then you get with somebody, you got to accept that person for who they are. I mean, because everybody ain't.
Yeah, but that's
got
a way
muscles.
of that's a way of control.
Yeah,
it's a way of control. You can make a woman feel like she ain't worth nothing. If you can make a woman feel like nobody else will want her because she's fat, and even when she get her hair done and her nails done, she's still ugly. That's a way of keeping your foot on her neck.
Wow. Who does that? Yeah.
All right, so number 4 reason why people cheat is feeling neglected or unimportant. So if someone feels like their partner is not paying them enough attention, they may start to feel neglected. This can lead to feeling unimportant in the relationship. Studies show that people who feel neglected are more likely to cheat than those who feel like a priority to the person they're with. So if you got a relationship, I'm just saying this to guys, if you have a woman in your relationship, you care about her, you put her on a pedestal. You put her above everybody and everything else. That's your woman.
Can't do that.
You can't put your woman on a pedestal?
Yeah, I can put her on a pedestal. But I mean, I'm not about to put her in front of everything, because first and foremost, I got to go to work.
I ain't saying that. Of course you got to go to work.
Yeah. So, but see, I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck driver. But I'm saying is that I can relate to that.
You're a truck driver.
I'm a truck driver.
You're a truck driver.
It takes a certain type of woman.
Of course, you got to go to work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's common sense.
But it takes.
But when you do come home.
Yeah, when I do come home, yeah.
Then that's a whole
different thing. But what about if I'm on the road for a month or 2 months? You know what I'm saying? And then she feeling neglected, feeling like I need to be at home.
I wouldn't leave my woman for no month or 2 months, bro.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't do that. Me personally.
See that? I understand. Well, see that.
I mean, but what if your woman had a job and she was gone for 2 months or a month?
I wouldn't mind that, because you know what I do.
Have you been in that situation?
You know what I do? Nope. I never been in that situation. I never been. But you know what I do? I go see my woman. I go see her.
What if you couldn't?
I'm gonna make a way to see her. That's not.
Well, I mean, what if you couldn't? If she's working and you can't come see her?
I'm not about to tell her to not go to work. What if she a traveling nurse and she make $100,000 a year? I'm gonna tell you to not go to work and travel around.
There's a lot of traveling nurses lost their relationships this year because of Corona.
Is that low self-esteem?
And them traveling. Huh?
Is that low self-esteem right there? Because you don't because is that your woman is a traveling nurse and you don't want her going out there and making her money?
Yeah, that's low self-esteem.
Yeah, that's crazy then. So that's crazy.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
low
saying?
self-esteem.
Because if I'm out here working and I'm driving and I'm paying the bills and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and when I do come home, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, but I'm on the road for 3-4 weeks at a time, that's just a part of my job. So how can
I understand that.
So that's a low self-esteem then on their part.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that no matter what kind of job any person has, or responsibilities or commitments that a person have, you still got a fucking relationship. You know, I let people who come into our program, because you know I run a program in Fort Pierce, and people come in, right, and they don't pay us no rent. They get to go to work. They get to go about their affairs and do all the things that they want to do, but they don't pay us no rent. And the thing is a lot of them, they start making their money and they start putting money in the bank, and they forget that they in a program. So they just thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get up, go to work, stay gone until it's the curfew, and come back, wake up in the morning, go to work, come back when it's the curfew again, before the curfew, make the curfew. And basically, we're not a flop house. We're not a place for you to just come and make money and leave and make money and leave. If you ain't going to programs, if you ain't attending groups, if you ain't participating in some of our programs, taking time to participate in our programs, you still got to go, because it's a program. It's not a flop house. Mm-hmm. So even though a person might have a job that takes a lot of their time, you still got a fucking relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
You still got a relationship.
That's true.
So if you gonna say, well, my job take all my time, I ain't got time to invest in this relationship, then that fucking relationship gonna fall apart.
All right, it's definitely gonna fall apart. So
that's all I'm saying.
So that's a good point you just made. That's a good point you just made. You know what I'm saying? It's a program. You know. So now you got to choose between your stability, because woman don't want no man without not stable. She want a man that's stable. She want a protector, and she want a man that's gonna.
But how's a man stable and a protector if he gone for 2 months?
What you mean? How's he out there? If he's gone for 2 months out there,
out there for 2 months, he gone.
Yeah, if he out there jacking off.
No, the question is, how is she stable and protected?
Well, she's not. What he got? He put a roof over her head. He makes sure
he's gone though.
Yeah, he got to go to work.
Okay.
So she's going to be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, that's all I'm saying, man. I mean, it don't make no difference what kind of job a person has. It don't make no difference what kind of responsibilities a person have. You still have a relationship to maintain.
Exactly. So I'm gonna use Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as an example. He was a black man and president of the United States. He had a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was times that he had to be away from his family for weeks at a time. I'm sure that he had to go on trips across the country for weeks at a time. And it takes a strong woman to deal with certain men in certain occupations. And it takes a strong man to deal with certain women in certain occupations. Like now, I was just reading something the other day where they got these pilots now. They had started this program because a lot of the pilots out there are older people that's in their 50s to 70s, and they started this pilot program where they want younger generation to do it. You know, them younger generations gonna be on them planes, and they're gonna be gone for a while. They're gonna be away from their significant other. There's no reason. It takes a strong woman to deal with certain people in certain occupations, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. So boredom in a relationship is another reason why people cheat. When a relationship becomes stale and boring, it can be a major reason why someone may cheat. This is often due to a lack of communication or an unwillingness to try new things. Some people are addicted to feelings of excitement and adventure that comes with cheating. So if you're in a bored, stale relationship and you ain't getting no enjoyment out of it, then more than likely that person's going to start looking for that excitement and that enjoyment somewhere else. Basically.
Sound like an excuse to me. It sounds like it's excuses.
Man, come on, man.
I'm just being real with you, bro.
Okay, let me give you an example. I saw a video the other day, Tatiana, whatever, I can't remember her last name, the lady that was in the Michael Jackson, the lady that was in that Michael Jackson video, The Way You Make Me Feel. The one who always wearing a little tight-fitting black dress, and she had the long curly hair, and she was in Michael Jackson's The Way You Make Me Feel video. And she said in a documentary that Michael Jackson had her thinking she was his girlfriend. But she said they never kissed. She said they never spent time alone. She said he would fly her to hotels, and she would sit in hotels and not even see him. And then he'll fly her somewhere else, and he wouldn't even see her.
That's Michael Jackson for you.
That's a boring ass relationship.
Yeah, that's not a relationship.
Bro, yes, she thought that was her man, and You can't have it both ways, man.
I hear
you trying to have it both ways.
How would you say? How she thought thought she was in a relationship with Michael Jackson?
But it's a whole lot. That's just an example of a boring relationship. That's just an example of a dude, a guy who's sitting around waiting for a woman to feel like she's a fucking trophy or feel like she's one of them little pieces off a Monopoly board, and you can just sit her somewhere and you ain't got to talk to her. You ain't got to spend no time with her. You ain't got to kiss her. You just say, you my girlfriend, and just be happy.
Ain't no way in the world she should have thought that Michael Jackson was her boyfriend.
Why not?
Because Michael Jackson, it's Michael Jackson.
But that ain't even the point, though, man. The point is about boredom in relationships, and that was a situation when she was in a relationship, she thought she was in a relationship with Michael. Well, it's a whole lot of women think they in relationships with dudes who neglect them and mistreat them. It's a whole lot of men in relationships with women who neglect them and mistreat them. It's a whole lot of people in boring relationships.
And that go back to what you said earlier about communication, man. That's just a communication thing right there. That's a communication breakdown right there. Because ain't no way in the world you could tell me that Michael Jackson. I mean, I believe Michael Jackson was flying people out here, but if you ain't having sex with her, if he ain't kissing her, he don't even see her, and this happened on multiple occasions, that was just a publicity stunt. If I haven't even heard of that until you just mentioned that.
But it wasn't a publicity stunt because everybody else didn't even know. This is stuff that's coming out now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So Michael Jackson he just had that on, because I always looked at Michael Jackson as not even interested in women.
It's a lot. I don't know. That's neither here nor there, but it's a whole lot of men. This is just an example that a whole lot of men and a whole lot of women will have your ass in their hip pocket and not spend no time with you and not do no investment in you, expect you to sit there and be happy. Just because you with them.
But then again, that go back to why is women not out there getting their own? You know, if you sitting around waiting for a man to do something for you, I mean, because it's a man's job to do certain things. I would give it that. But at the same time, if you got something going on for yourself, if I'm on the road for 2 months, working, driving a truck or whatever I'm doing, running a company for 2 months, and I'm gone, I got to be out here because I got responsibilities, and you sitting around the house doing nothing, don't have a career for yourself or going to school or doing nothing for yourself, you're gonna be bored.
Yeah,
you're gonna be bored.
Yep.
If you're not getting up every day, going to the gym, going to a job, going to school, doing something to better yourself so you can put yourself in a situation whereas I may not have to be out there for 2 more months, you know what I'm saying? Then that's your fault. That's the woman's fault. That ain't the man's fault. That ain't much. That was she get for sitting in that hotel room instead of being out there doing something else to further her career. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if a woman,
so you trying to tell me if you were somewhere at one of these clubs in Florida and you ran into Kim Kardashian and y'all exchanged numbers and she said, I need you to come down to Miami and hang out with me in Miami. So you go down there to Miami and drive down there. They put you in this expensive ass fucking hotel all the way at the top, and there's all kind of food in that motherfucker. There's all kind of shit in that motherfucker. Her clothes up in that motherfucker, but you don't see her at all. And then you get a call from her, and she say, I'm in Tokyo. I need you to come to Tokyo. You gonna say, hell no, where you wasn't here?
You got your damn mind.
You gonna hop your ass right to Tokyo.
She better have me. If she go to motherfucking Tokyo with no Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? I thought you'd have me sitting up here waiting. I'm already thinking I'm gonna get some. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get none. And you talking about going to Tokyo? I think you gonna kill me. I think I'm gonna be on somebody's plate next time. Nah, I ain't doing it.
He will be in Tokyo.
Nah, I'm not going to no Tokyo. Unless she put 100,000 in my pocket, and it's known that okay, I'm gonna fly you out to Tokyo, but I'm gonna give you 100,000 spending money. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Tokyo, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna chase her around. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Man.
You be like, I ain't going. I'm like, I'm gonna pretend you did. Give me that.
Fly you around all across the country, man, to Tokyo.
I'm going in your place, man.
That's crazy. That's a good example, though. I like that. All right,
so we're getting closer to number 1. So number 2 reason why people cheat, revenge cheating. And that's the lowest form of cheating right there, because revenge cheating is often the result of feeling hurt and betrayed. It ain't even a result of you being cheated on. That's like when I was giving an example of the girl of you seeing like a chick in the store, in the mall, talking to somebody, and you say, oh, she cheating, so you go holler at one of your ex-girlfriends and you go sleep with her. Well, you just did revenge cheating because you saw something and you thought it was something. So it ain't always people cheating why they go ahead and do it. Just because they're angry or they're upset could be the reason. And many people believe that if their partner has cheated on them, then it is okay for them to do the same. And then they'll end up staying in that relationship. And they might not even tell you that they cheated. And this type of cheating is often driven by anger and a desire and a need for revenge. So if you're in a relationship with a person who likes to get back or tit for tat, and they don't let nothing go unanswered, it might be one of these people.
Bad sign. You need to get up out of that, for real.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Revenge cheating, that's toxic and unhealthy.
And the thing about the revenge cheating is that that's common.
Yep.
That's very, very common in these days and times. People would quickly go out and mess with your best friend. They would go out and
fuck
your best friend. Excuse my language, but they'll go out and screw your best
right
friend.
now.
They'll go out and screw their girlfriend's friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's that out. I see that all the time.
I'm gonna say this. This is my personal opinion, and people don't have to agree with it. But it seemed like women always had it going on. As far as when it came to being honest, more than likely women used to be faithful. And then once Snoop Dogg them came out with the big G's up, hoes down, and then it just became commonplace to disrespect women and things like that. You know, now it's like women are just as bad as men.
Yeah, they horrible.
But what we used to have is, even though we was all fucked up,
men
even though men were
super bad,
terrible, we were terrible.
We just didn't
women
give a
was
fuck.
always the rock.
Yeah.
So once you got done with your little bullshit, you know, you find you a good woman and you just go grab on to her and you know, stay with her. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like,
man, that's crazy because
women just as
crazy.
bad
They
now.
terrible. It's terrible out there. It's terrible. It ain't no love.
No fidelity.
No, that's crazy. Look at all these shows they make. Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, how they make all this money off of infidelity.
But look at these shows like Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, all them different shows where they show these basketball wives and all these supposedly wealthy women, but they all got bad attitudes. Yep. All these supposedly successful women, but they promiscuous.
Wow.
You know, they
and it's common.
Yeah.
It's common. I'm telling you, it's common. I'm at my age right now. I see girls be blowing down on me when I don't know where we see each other, and they like thinking I'm in my 20s or 30s, or well, I say my 30s, 20s, late 20s, early 30s. I mean, really be trying to fish. They be out here trying to fish and catch. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't have no cut about they self no more. You know what I'm saying?
And not all women are like that though.
Not all of them.
It's just more women are opposite of what they used to be.
Yeah,
it's just more of them. So we ain't saying all women are like that. We know it's some good women out there.
There's some good women out there, but there's a lot of bad ones out there too. You got to watch and be careful these days.
There's a lot of bad men out there.
There's
a
lot of good men.
There's a lot of good men out there too.
There's a lot of good men, but we grew up little horn dogs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't no horn dog.
No, you probably wasn't a horn dog. You smooth. But you wasn't smooth. You wasn't a horn dog.
Let me tell you something about him.
No.
Before we start the number one.
Oh man.
I was a virgin.
Come on, man.
Playing with action figures. playing on my little action figures. And I was going to reserve the following year for 9th grade. And I remember my brother was saying, man, they don't play with no action figures, man. Them dudes in the 9th grade, they got girlfriends, they got mustaches and all kind of shit. He like, when you get the reserve, man, they gonna try you. I'm like, no, they ain't gonna try me.
He like, no, they ain't.
Like, no, they ain't gonna try me. I think he was just saying it. He was kind of laughing. He walked off and went about what he was doing. But for me, that was on my mind. That was in my head. I was like, oh, no, none of that shit gonna happen at all. But then I thought about that, like being a virgin. So I went over to this girl house who I knew liked me. That same day, that night, I went over her house because her mom worked midnight. And I knew she liked me. And I ended up losing my virginity with her just because of what he said.
Oh, man.
I lost my virginity.
Oh, man.
And as soon as I lost it, I wanted it back.
I ain't want it back now. You went over there, he thought about it. Now he want it back. How you gonna want it back after you just thought about it? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying back then I wanted it back.
I understand.
I mean, I don't want it back.
Understand.
I don't want it back now.
I know what you're talking about. But
be
yeah,
a
but I'm
virgin
seriously,
right
man.
now,
Y'all
yeah.
women out there right now, I mean, I see that a lot. I see that a lot. And when I was younger, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But you know, and it's still, and it's a cycle. And it's a cycle. It's still going on. When I was younger, I chased. You know, as I got older, and son, and then evolved, and saying now I'm on a different level. But that's still going on right now. You got rappers out here. You got entertainers out here. You got
everything is all about
it's
sex.
all sex.
Everything is.
Music is about sex.
And I'm not trying to be negative, and I love my black women. I do love black women, but man, y'all are sexualized right now.
Oh, definitely.
Hypersexualized.
I mean, I'm on TikTok, bro.
Hypersexualized.
I'm on TikTok.
And it's disgusting to me.
Yeah, listen, I'm on TikTok, and I ain't gonna say I'm disgusted by it because I love black women.
I'm not disgusted with black women. I'm disgusted with the over sexualization of black women.
Yeah. So and you put that so articulately. That's just so articulate. I was gonna say the same thing, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I'm on TikTok, and I see a lot of bad females on TikTok, but every single one of them feel like they gotta shake their ass. They pop that pee.
As soon as I see that, I get out of it. As soon as I come. Sometimes I open up my Facebook.
Well, you don't want to go to TikTok then.
No, I ain't on TikTok.
No, you stay off TikTok.
Sometimes when I go to Facebook, I wake up and I go to Facebook and it'll be some chick shaking her ass. I block her and delete it.
Wow, because that's all they do on TikTok.
Because I don't want to see that shit.
But that's
I don't want to see your ass.
That's crazy.
And I damn sure don't want to get to know you.
And that's crazy because that's
I
crazy.
damn don't want to know you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit,
that's crazy.
You ain't gonna be
I definitely be wanting you to like my little stuff. So you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm trying to. But anyway, listen, TikTok is and it's crazy because I don't know who owns TikTok, but whoever owns TikTok right now is just like a new Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's out there, and it's
out there.
It's booming, and all you see is black women shaking their ass and popping that pee. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all can have it.
Yep.
All right. So the number one reason why people cheat is lack of emotional connection. That's important.
Lack of emotional. What, ain't got nothing to do with finances?
Lack of emotional, lack of
finances would have been the number one reason.
Lack of emotional connection. The most common reason for cheating is that the person is not getting what they need in terms of an emotional connection.
It's sex.
No, it's an emotional connection. Sex is different than emotional connection.
Well, sex is an emotion.
Huh?
Sex is an emotion.
Hold on, bro. Most men cheat because of a lack of sex. Most women cheat because of emotional issues, because they're not having their emotional needs met. That's a fact. Most men cheat because they're not having their sexual needs met. And most women cheat when they're not having their emotional needs met. So if she feel like if she's going through something emotionally and she can't come to you and you protect her and help her with that, where she's crying and you say, get over that.
I get it now. I get it.
You say, get over that bullshit. What you crying for?
Oh, yeah.
Or if she's sentimental.
I'm bad about that.
If she's sad about something, ain't no fucking reason to be sad. So this is the number one reason why people cheat on a motherfucker.
Ooh.
Because they can't be emotional around you. They don't have an emotional connection with you.
Yeah.
And even though they can't talk to you when they sad, she gonna talk to that motherfucking boy when she sad.
Yeah.
He gonna listen.
Yeah.
When she angry,
I'm bad with that. That's probably why I didn't know what the fuck it was, because I'm bad with that.
And when she's angry and you don't give her a safe space to express that, but you express when your ass is angry every time, but she can't express it, then you're denying her a release. So she gonna get it somewhere else. She gonna express it with somebody else. Somebody gonna be listening to her when she complains. Somebody gonna be listening to her when she's sad and lifting her up if it ain't you. And that's your job.
Yep, it is.
That's your job. Nobody need to be picking your woman up off the ground but you.
But you. You're right.
And if you leave room for another motherfucking person to pick your woman up off the ground, then he gonna be the one with her. He deserves to be with her.
Yeah, that's true.
He deserves to be with her because you're supposed to protect her.
That's true. That's 100% true.
And when someone doesn't feel emotionally connected to their partner, they may look for that connection elsewhere. Most people do not realize how important it is to create, maintain, and nurture a connection in a relationship. There will always be temptations, but when a couple feels connected, the odds of acting on those temptations goes down significantly. So there's always temptations for women to cheat. Always. But see, women gonna see when a woman is emotionally taken care of, they more than likely ain't gonna risk losing their man.
Yeah, well,
because they might be able to get sex from that other dude, but he ain't gonna be a safe space.
So right, and that's what I was about to say right there. 'Cause
Yep.
I was just in a relationship like that just recently, and and just like you said, some of the examples that you said in there, like I'd be like, get over it. What you talk? Why are we crying? Let's just go get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a go getter. I'm a go getter. I believe in, and it don't make no reason. It's no reason to be crying about a situation because crying is not gonna make the situation better. That's my way of thinking. And I've always thought like that. So now that you say what you're saying, it just brought something to my attention a little bit, and which I already knew, but I just, I was just in a relationship where that this person was, I'm not gonna call her underachiever, but she would watch me achieve things, and it felt like I was always elevating my game further than what she was. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, paying all the bills, paying your bills, doing this and doing that, there's no reason, I feel like there's no reason why you shouldn't, your game shouldn't be up here too. Because you don't have really no responsibilities but to take care of yourself. Remember I told you just a second ago, if I'm on the road for 3 weeks or or a month and I'm paying everything and you sitting around the house doing nothing, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? So and the reason why you probably ain't doing nothing because you out reaching out to the next man that's listening to that all that bullshit. And they telling you what you want to hear. Now you go out and cheat on him, but come to find out, all he want to do is just pop you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about to pay no bills.
Hell no.
He ain't about to pick you up when you really
Because
need him.
he got a chick sweating him at his house.
Exactly. He got a whole woman at the crib. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole woman at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is.
He ain't leaving her.
So, yeah, so me being a go-getter and being from the streets all my life, you know what I'm saying, never really having no dad, you know what I'm saying, learning from my peers, my brother, my other brother, Dre, and the guys that was around me, you know what I'm saying,
I mean, we learned from him too.
Yep, so.
We learned from each other.
Exactly.
I wasn't no one-way street.
Exactly, so me learning from the streets, because we never, like I said, we never had a father figure in our life, you know what I'm saying, so we had to get out there and be the fathers, we had to be the brothers, the little brother, the big brothers, or whatever, and me being a go-getter all the time. So when I'm in a relationship with a woman, and you got a problem and you come to me, baby, what is you crying about? That would be my first instinct because I'm just like, okay, what do we need to do to make it better? You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you don't, but a lot of times, but then think about you women, y'all don't want nobody to fix y'all problems. Y'all just want somebody just to sit there and listen to you, but it's still gonna be a problem. Okay, I can sit there and listen. Then what, okay, and after you express yourself to me for an hour, okay, now what's the solution? What's the solution?
That's the next conversation.
Because the problem is still there. You know what I'm saying? So, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to
give me an example of a problem, though.
My baby is at my mama's house, and I want my baby with me. You know what I'm saying?
Then you got to go through the steps. You got to go down there and find out what you need to do to get your baby. Do you got to take some classes? Do you have to get employed? Do you have to have a babysitter secured through the courts? You got to figure out what it is going to take, because a lot of times the courts don't want to keep a child away from their parent, and if they do, it's for a good reason.
So what?
Especially a mother.
Exactly. So what if? But then.
That's all.
But at the same time, you could go through all that, and the woman still could be unfit. You ain't unfit to take care of no child. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even taking care of yourself. First of all, you got to be able to take care of yourself.
And that's the first step then.
You got to take care of yourself first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? That's
the first step. The first step is not getting your baby. The first step is getting your shit together.
And that'd be my point right there. That was my point. That's what I'm trying to get to. So a lot of women want to hear you say, want you to hear them out, but in your mind, you know the problem already. Because you've been dealing with this person for 2-3 years, so you know the problem. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit together.
It don't take 2 to 3 years to get your shit together.
It don't take no time.
Because if you need to go get a GED, I'm gonna support you in that. I'm gonna help you,
bro.
Pay for the. No, I'm just saying. Like if it's a GED, I'm gonna support you in that. I'm gonna help you get your GED. Support you going to the classes. If it's getting
you can do that with a woman.
IRSC, I'm gonna support you in that.
Listen, you can do that with a woman. You can help her go. You help her go to school, get her CNAs. You can help her go to school and do this. You can help her do. You can put up money to go pay for this and do that. And then a woman is still sit around and find an excuse why they don't want to get their lazy ass up and do what the hell they supposed to do.
All right. Well, then the answer to the problem is then you don't want to fix your situation. And your situation ain't going to get fixed until you get up and fix it.
So if I don't emotionally sit there and hear you, and if I'm with you for so long, and I kind of know the situation, but I'm carrying you, just hoping that, maybe she'll just get it together eventually. Eventually she'll see that if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, eventually
but it don't rub off.
That it'll rub, exactly. That's what you know what I'm saying?
Rub off.
And it don't.
That don't rub off.
Sooner or later, but you know what y'all women do? Y'all lose a good man like that. Now when the man finally say, okay, I'm gonna focus on me like I've been doing, but not really focus on me because I've been giving it all to this woman. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm about to move on for real this time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now she calling your phone, texting you good morning, all this and all that. Because you know why? Because you went out there and cheated. And you went out and did what you did, and now you seen the grass wasn't greener on the other side, for a lack of a better expression. You know what I'm saying? Now you all in my inbox, you know what I'm saying, and want me to conversate with you because you know what you just lost. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All because what? Because I wouldn't sit around and listen to you talk about something that could be corrected if you would just take the time out to correct the bullshit in your life. You know what I'm saying? But it has a lot to do with, like you said earlier, age. Age has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a young-minded person that's not on your level, then they ain't ready to be in that, to be there yet with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're dealing with an older woman that's ready for that, then she knows she got to get her stuff together. She knows she want to hold on to a good man. So that's what it all boiled down to. But that emotion, that's deep though.
But my thing is, it's some older women. They already got their job. They already established. They already got their car. They already
got their house.
Yeah, all of that bullshit is already in place.
Yep.
They just looking for a dude who can compliment them.
That's it. And men looking for a woman that can compliment him.
That's it.
So it goes both ways.
You just got to link up with somebody who want the same thing that you
Yep.
that you want.
Yep.
Because if you link up, if you a go getter, and you link up with somebody who ain't on that shit, they want to have a pity party, and they want you to entertain that pity party.
I've always been. I'm a go getter, but I've always been the type of dude who always thought that he could fix something. I always thought I could be Mr. Fixer all the time. Oh, I can make her a better woman. You know
How's that working out?
That just it really never ever really worked out. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly sit here and say I've had some good women in the past where it could have worked out, but circumstances in my life caused me to be where I'm at right now. But I ain't mad about my life. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at right now, God is good, and it's a great situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a great situation right now in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in some relationships where I always thought coming in a relationship that maybe together we can make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
It should be like that.
That's how I be, man. Together we can make it happen. We can make this shit pop off. Let's just get together and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But unfortunately, like you were saying, you cut off the bullshit at 40. You know what I'm saying? So any women up on the 40, and I ain't knocking women that's younger. You know what I'm saying? I happen to like younger women.
And there's also exceptions to the rules. I'm not saying that there ain't no 35-year-old woman out there with it got it going on mentally, emotionally, all of that stuff. I'm not saying that. So, there are exceptions to the rules, bro.
Yeah,
you run into a woman.
It definitely is. But you know what? But at the same damn time, I got to ride with you on this one, bro. I ain't haven't ran into him. I gotta ride with you, bro.
I
haven't ran into him, bro. Maybe it is some exceptions out there, but I haven't ran into him. I haven't ran into no woman that came to the table and then with a dude that got his own and then they got their own and y'all get together and then y'all elevate and y'all millionaires. I haven't ran into him.
Well, you ain't gonna meet them in the club now.
You ain't gonna meet them nowhere. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna meet them nowhere. You can meet them. I'm talking about younger. It's hard to find women that really can match a go getters. Well, maybe it ain't, man. It's just
a matter. Well, but you like younger chicks.
Yeah, I do like younger women.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about
seeing them.
Yeah.
You ain't seeing them.
Yeah, but all that emotional feeling a certain type of way, you feel like you want to go out and cheat because your man ain't listening to you. You might mess around and been missed out on a good ass man going out and cheating with somebody that really just want to just lay up with you and hump you. You know what I'm saying? And don't care nothing about you because you got a whole family over there. So y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad my man thought about this idea, talking about this subject right here. Hey, we want y'all to chime in and let us know what y'all want us to talk about next. We want y'all to chime in and be like, if y'all know a subject that's out there that y'all want us to chime in on, you know what I'm saying, that y'all thinking about need to be discussed, hey, let us know.
Yep.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Hey, we working on some serious stuff too. I want to do a real quick shout out, but before I do that, let me go get something.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold it down till he go. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all. J-Matic Media is the handle. Y'all can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, TikTok. I'm on TikTok. He's not on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But J-Matic Media, you can find me on there. But on YouTube, you got to go J-Matic-Media. You know what I'm saying? J-Matic-Media. So y'all like it, subscribe, and please share, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's one a day.
I want to share this book with y'all real quick. This is what I'm reading right now. And the name of this book is I Still Say Yes by Joyce Irby. If y'all not familiar with Joyce Irby, she used to be in the 80s and 90s group Climax. The men all pause, meeting in the ladies' room, and so on and so forth. So I got her book. You know, hopefully real soon, she'll probably be seeing this video. We'll have her as an interview. So I'm trying to work that out right now. We'll be able to interview Joyce Irby, and we're working on some other stuff.
Hey, shout out to Joyce Irby, man. Shout out to her for coming through, man, and sending that book to my brother, man. So when he finished with it, I'm gonna read it too.
Oh man, it's a good book. Oh
and,
man,
shout out to Joyce Irby, man.
It opens up talking about Vanessa Williams.
Oh man,
her sitting in the car, sitting in her Mercedes outside of a concert they were supposed to be doing in the back, talking to Vanessa Williams, because Vanessa Williams had just won Miss America in those naked pictures that came out.
Oh, okay.
So she was trying to talk to her about, you know, how you could still make it and it's going to be okay, and, you know, counseling her kind of in that. But, you know, it's a wealth of knowledge in here, man.
It's a wealth of knowledge in all books, but that's a shout out to her, man.
Yeah,
shout out to her, man, for giving us the opportunity, man, just to explore who she is and her story. You know what I'm saying? And to put it out there and hopefully do some other projects with her moving into
Working on some
future.
other projects too, man.
Yes.
We ain't gonna talk about it yet because we ain't trying to let no cats out the bag. But just know your boys, they're gonna be moving up.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, once again, man, J-Matic Media on YouTube, man, like, subscribe, and share. And if y'all have any comments on today's podcast, please feel free, whether you agree or disagree or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to hit you back. He's definitely going to hit you back. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then let us know in those comments, man, if y'all want us to talk about a certain subject. But we always going to have something to talk about. But if y'all feel like y'all want something to be out there and be discussed, man, we got you.
Shout out to Drizzy, because last time we did our shout outs, we ain't say nothing about Dre. I ain't want to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Drizzy, man.
Shout out to Dre, man.
Dre.
Yep, for sure.
Andre Mormon.
Yep, we love you, man.
All right, y'all. P Wise. I don't know if we said P. I think we said it on one of the videos.
He always get a shout out. Quinn, Deem, all y'all, man. P, all y'all. Y'all know what it is, man.
Everybody.
Wait, but y'all get on that thing and like, subscribe, and share, though.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Yep. All right, peace, y'all.
All right.
See y'all next week.
Peace.